Cold air sliced across the high desert range as dawn broke, pale and relentless. Steel targets stood like silent sentinels downrange, dark silhouettes against the frost-stiffened grass, unmoving and patient. Rifles rested on bipods along the firing line. Breath hung in brief, white clouds before vanishing. No one spoke until the crunch of boots echoed behind them. The senior instructor halted, surveyed the group of hardened shooters, then let his gaze rest on her a moment longer than necessary. His mouth twitched, not quite a sneer, but enough to sting. "Let the girl have a go," he said casually, as if offering charity. A few subdued chuckles escaped. Someone scuffed their boots in the dirt. Another leaned back, curiosity already waning. She didn't respond, didn't glance up. Staff Sergeant Riley Harper adjusted her sling with deliberate slowness, as if his words were weightless. Somewhere down the line, a bolt chamber with a sharp click. Wind swept low from the right, rustling jackets and carrying faint echoes of prior shots. Rifles lay dormant now, attention drifting past her like she was already finished. Her silence wasn't doubt. It was deliberate restraint. The range lingered in that tense pause longer than expected, the air thickening without a word raised. Her name was Staff Sergeant Riley Harper, 29 years old, attached to a precision marksmanship unit at Fort Moore, Georgia. On paper, she was reliable, solid fundamentals, trusted to instruct basics, manage ranges, and mentor new marksmen. In person, she blended in, average build, athletic but unassuming, dark hair in a tight bun, expression steady and uninviting of small talk. This advanced sniper selection course was different. Not a routine qualification at home station with known distances and forgiving conditions. This was elite level with external evaluators, guest cadre from special operations units, and a leaderboard that defined careers. Here, they didn't seek promise. They demanded irrefutable proof, delivered quickly. Riley had heard the murmurs before, in deployment briefings, classrooms, and team bays where her record preceded her. Here, they carried extra bite, backed by the program's reputation for objectivity. 3 years prior, she'd washed out a similar course at another post, not from poor shooting, but a split-second error under duress, trusting a hasty wind call from a spotter more assertive than accurate. The bullet impacted inches off, and the evaluator scrawled one damning note: questionable judgment. She fixed it methodically. Endless dry-fire drills, log data books in every weather, volunteering for the toughest scenarios. But labels cling like burrs, especially when doubt serves as convenient armor. Then came the reassignment, a unit realignment, slot reshuffle, and a lateral move to instructional support. Solid duty, but not the path to high-visibility teams. Some called it sidelining, others quiet protection. Riley never debated it. Debate didn't tighten groups. What grounded her was forged discipline, honed in overlooked corners where no one applauded. Preparation was ritual. Sling tension, bipod load, magazine seating, chamber check, turret verification, data card review. Not superstition, necessity, because margins decided outcomes. That morning, she inspected her gear like a pilot pre-flighting an aircraft, breathing deep and abdominal, learned from long nights demanding silence. She read the wind like sheet music, not for solace, but intel. A gust bent the grass. She noted it, eyes sharpening as if the breeze confided. Around her, peers projected belonging. Loud laughs, backslaps, tales ending in self-heroics. Many were skilled, confidence earned. The issue wasn't assurance. It was how they wielded it toward her. Sergeant First Class Jax Reed, tall and charismatic, could command any gathering. Known as a natural, he shot elite despite inconsistent practice. Spotting Riley's case, then her composed stance, he smirked. "Support troop in the mix now," he said loudly to his neighbor. Chuckles rippled, casual cruelty masked as banter. Staff Sergeant Marcus Hale adjusted his gloves, observing longer. He didn't join the laughter, but didn't intervene. His expression stayed neutral, honed from avoiding others' conflicts, especially under scrutiny. At the end, a contractor evaluator, Mr. Lawson, whispered to a major, eyebrows arched. Riley caught the posture. Is she really here? Master Sergeant Trent Graves, the lead cadre, professional, imposing without effort, paced a line. He paused by Riley, inspecting her setup. "This is an intro level," he said flatly. "Yes, Master Sergeant," she replied evenly. He nodded curtly, acknowledgement, not endorsement, and proceeded. Riley didn't chase validation. Focus stayed on tasks. Next setup, next adjustment, next precise impact. Wind was impartial, no biases, no gossip. Respected and it cooperated. Her grip on the rifle spoke of deep partnership, not affection, but utility, like a craftsman's favorite tool. Muzzle disciplined. Safety engaged until go time. Motions efficient, born of lessons where errors cost dearly. Talk fragmented behind her. References to her prior course, quoted jokes. Laughter spiked, then faded. Riley registered but didn't engage. She wasn't here for popularity, only to earn her shots. Isolation stung, but no pity. Dignity demanded control, not cheers. When Graves called shooters forward, Riley advanced without flourish. She ignored Reed, the evaluators, the sidelong glances. Stance settled, breathing regulated, awaiting command. Early rotations favored the bold. Names rang out. Shooters advanced with swagger, elbows digging in as if claiming territory. Shots cracked. Steel pinged satisfyingly. Standards emerged unspoken. Tight groups at range, astute calls, seamless flows. Jack's read went mid-pack. Strong performance, nods from evaluators, a grunt from Graves. He rose smirking, scanning for reactions, lingering on Riley. She remained impassive, observing mirage waves, grass patterns shifting right to left. Feedback varied. A specialist short-stroked his bolt. Graves shook his head, deliberate. Moved on. Another miscalled wind. Assistant tap data. Shifted. Adjust. No drama. Riley's call came late. Almost afterthought. Her lane. More exposed. Heavier crosswind. Subtle slope complicating hold. Not overt sabotage. Plausibly random. Reed murmured to Hale, "That'll break her." Smiles flickered as Riley set up methodically. Bipod firm, bag position, body molded for natural aim, minimal tension. Cadres scrutinized her differently, probing for flaws, confirming preconceptions. Graves loomed. Time string, don't dawdle. "Yes, Master Sergeant." Her routine wasn't hesitation. Insurance. First shot broke Chris. Still rang true. Heads turned, recalibrating. Second. Hit. Cycles fluid. Laughter stalled. Wind shifted subtly, mirage twisted. Riley sense on her cheek. Held, adjusted minimally. Fired. Edge hit, still scored, but Graves called. Marginal, borderline miss. Steel had rung, clearly. Riley blinked once. Restraint. Stayed on glass. Clipboard scribbled. Reed exhaled, satisfied. "Told you." Riley corrected. Fired again. Center. Pace deliberate yet timely. String complete. Grave? Hésitant. Inconsistent. Understood, Master Sergeant. Hale watched intently now, unease creasing his brow. Hits didn't match narrative. The question lingered unspoken. Stand silent or defend fairness. Subsequent strings escalated. Longer distances, fickle winds, compressed times. Separating flair from reliability. Riley slotted late again, windiest lane. Commentary edged sharper, still veiled. An evaluator queried. "The one with the old washout?" Nods. Reed. "Some aren't cut for this." Pressure mounted. Not disbelief in herself, but awareness of consequences. This wasn't ego. Qualification unlocked specialized teams. Overwatch where precision saved lives. Restored full trust. Failure scripted itself. Not ready. Lingering doubt. Next evolution. Unknown distances, finite rounds. Forcing discernment. Peers faltered. One chased corrections, compounding errors. Cadre. Solid base, shake it off. Riley settled amid numbing cold. Glove fingers stiffening. Wind gnawed. Breath measured. Data confirmed. First. Clean. Murmurs. Surprise shifting. Second. Tighter. Third. Dead center. Distraction. A cadre yelling adjacent lane. Riley's focus flickered momentarily. Shot drifted off plate. Graves. Focus lapse fatal. Not panic. Human. She recovered seamlessly. Hits resumed. But narrative hardened. Whispers quieted. Laughter strained against evidence. Reed's banter ceased. Scrutiny intensified. Seeking cracks. Hale tensed, conflicted. Riley completed. Rose fluidly. Graves nodded guardedly. No acclaim. Range altered. Amusement thinned to unease. Doubt now feared her success. On ranges, fear breeds subtle sabotage. Easier dismiss than admit error. Riley returned to line, gazed downrange. Jaw clenched briefly. Frustration channeled to resolve. Final strings loomed. Ultimate test under compounded doubt. Between evolutions, atmosphere shifted. Shooters lingered nearer line. Chatter hushed. Even cadre paced deliberately. Hale noted Riley's alignment. Balanced, recoil managed intuitively. Not rigid. Harmonious, hinting real-world experience beyond ranges. Optic tweak. Fractional back-off or thermal shift. Advanced nuance. Data card. Weathered annotated extensively. Lived knowledge. Reed muttered. Overcomplicating. No echoes. Sleeve right-up revealed faded wrist scar. Old. Telling. Evaluator Lawson to Major. Shoots differently real stakes? Major. Like unobserved practice honed it. Wind surged unevenly. Peers debated loudly. Riley silent. Waiting low. She exploited brief stability. Too rapid. Centered hits. Hale's recognition dawned. Patience from high-consequence environments. Junior cadre whispered. Textbook timing. Warrant officer frowned. Harper rings a bell. Reed deflected. Common. But silence deepened. Riley's choices accumulated. Slope compensation, minimal motion. Graves observed longer. Arms folded, reassessing. Murmurs ceased. Uncertainty bred discomfort. Forcing reevaluation. Riley finished. Cleared. Step back. Eyes calm, vigilant. Hale sensed gravity. Proximity to revelation. Wind howled. Attention fixed on her lane. No record shattered yet. Only questions brewing. Culminating evolution. Extreme distances, merciless standards, legendary record looming. Graves. This defines trust. Who delivers when it counts? Nods from eager. Unease from others. Order posted. Reed favorable mid. Riley last. Worse conditions by then. Cold deepened. Wind awakened. Fatigue crept. Shooters progressed. Strong. Erratic. Reed. Aggressive setup. Solid but imperfect recovery. Grin sought validation. None came. Eyes on elements. Hale. Steady minimal misses. Glanced Riley's way. Evaluator Lawson phoned discreetly. Querying? Major trace roster. Harper. As fatigue mounted, errors multiplied. Riley last. Subdued, quiet enveloped. She advanced composed. Lane brutal, crosswind howling. Setup identical. Precise, unhurried. Timer initiated. She waited. Gust raged. Peers anticipated rush. None. Graves tilted head. Riley exploited fleeting calm. Shot. Center ring. Cycle. Wait. Second. Pristine. Murmurs. Awed hesitation. Minor dial. Third. Bullseye. Pause. Patience under timer. Fourth. Exploited window. Hale advanced unconsciously. Recognition of operational poise. Fifth. Wind mid-flight shift punish impatience. Riley delayed fractionally. Impact true. Timer expired. Board updated. Calculations triple-checked. On pace. Exceeding. Reed paled. Certainly cracked. Line oriented toward her. Final string. Record in balance. Colonel emerged. Veteran presence. Observing silently. Study board. Lanes. Riley. Approached. Staff Sergeant Harper. Yes, sir. Overwatch detachment. Hellman Province? Memory flooded. Faces shifted. Yes, sir. Reports legendary. Sparse. Flawless. Colonel de Graves. Not briefed on her participation. Qualified, sir. Not the point. To Riley. Removed post-incident, not yours. Yes, sir. Good having you back. Simple. Moment profound, no fanfare. Silence. Respect earned. Final run. Riley settled identically. Timer. Weighted gusts, exploited lows. Shots. Rhythmic. Inexorable. Impacts. Earned perfection. Record shattered. No eruption. Quiet wave of acknowledgement. Grave saluted crisply. Riley returned. Honor exchanged. Colonel nodded subtly. Faces transformed. Regret. Admiration. Reed averted gaze. Hail. Quiet respect. Riley packed methodically. Task complete. Onward. Range remembered the number. But deeper. Restraint triumphant. Assumptions humbled. Quiet professionals endure. Proving when required. No applause needed.